People straight out of high school have many different options when it comes to secondary education. Some take the traditional route and attend a four-year university, while others enter the workforce straight after school. Then there are programs that are specific to the skills and interests that students already have. The trade schools. The Illinois Media School is one of such places. Formerly the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, the Illinois Media School provides students hands-on learning on different aspects of the broadcasting field. Whether it be radio, television, or even web, students who are looking for specific education in the field can find what they're looking for here. Not only that, but the people teaching the classes are unique as well. The instructors here at IMS have real-world experience and high expertise in each of their fields. We were able to meet up with one of them, Derek Hines, who has been part of numerous film and TV productions. He was originally a coach and special needs teacher, but decided to come here after hearing about the program and that there was an open spot of availability.
I enjoy teaching. I can recall being in high school, wondering what it would be like to be a teacher as a senior, sitting in the back of my math teacher's class and just pondered that, but never thought that it would come to fruition. So, I majored in radio, TV, and I've done a lot of stuff with film and TV and radio, and so I applied for a teaching position. I saw that it was open, and I applied here first in Lombard. I got denied here, and so I was pretty frustrated. And so, but I got a call back in 2015 to come back here to Lombard. And so I guess you can say the rest is history. I've been here starting teaching here at ICB/IMS, and I've been here, I guess you can say, since 2010.
He also shared with us his opinion on the school itself and what students should expect when they come.
IMS is a short span of learning compared to a four-year school. I would say that it's kind of like a catch-22, and the reason why I say that is because when I'm learning something, for me, it takes a little bit longer to grasp things. With everybody, everyone has a different level of how they learn. I personally do wish that IMS had a little bit longer span where we could keep the students here to really get a true understanding of how to work equipment and how to just be a part of the film or media family, radio family. And if I could leave with one thing,
sure.
I believe that when you're in media and TV, you have to have patience. I think that it's so important to be patient, because if you believe the now factor, I need it now, you're gonna be waiting a long time. So I'll leave you with this. Let your patience show itself perfectly in all that you do. Then you will be perfect and complete and have everything you need. Stay patient.
Another instructor here at IMS is Brian Patrick Gill, but he is commonly referred to as BPG. He is a freelance filmmaker and photographer. He's also a little different than the other instructors at the school.
My name is BPG. The B stands for Brian. The P is for photographer, producer. And you're not allowed to know my last name because oh shit, you put it on the Chiron, it's right there, damn it. Brian Gill, BRIANGILL. I go by BPG. I am an instructor here at the Illinois Media School, and I am IMS.
Not your average teacher, BPG has been around the country as part of many film crews and has even been a producer in television. After seeing how well the students who came out of the program were doing, he decided to come here and try to give back. He also had some interesting takes on today's secondary education.
We're at a change in our society where we no longer need structured education at a higher level where we're trying to specialize people into the Industrial Revolution. We're at a stage now where we're competing against automation. I personally have been victim to automation making certain jobs easier so that I'm no longer needed there, hence why I chose to go to college in the first place. I needed to specialize to try to become better at a certain task.
BPG has done a lot for this school and has implemented some programs, one of them being the newly formed AV Club for live streaming video game broadcasts.
There's so many different things that I've implemented, and probably my most favorite would be the new one we're doing, which is the WIMS Versus, where we are now staying around after class in our own version of an AV club, where students are able to practice the machines they're learning in class and get to play video games and show it off to their friends and family.
Live stream broadcast is a popular format that is rapidly growing. Using video games as a vehicle, students, including myself, can work on their skills for being on camera and being part of a show. The thing that BBG is probably most proud of, though, is preparing students for the workforce.
There was an inception level moment where a student that took my night class, he was in my night class, his name Mark Maxwell, he wanted to be a TV news anchor, he wanted to be a TV reporter, he wanted to get his face and voice on TV. He took my live broadcast class, and then within a year, after going to the studio that I introduced him to and introducing him to different people, became the news producer for the show that I produced after I left.
It's always important that you don't waste the education that's available. Mike Jacobson, the education director here at the school, helps ensure students are on track for graduating the program. He himself is his own success story.
Well, I originally came to IMS as a student back in 2008. I graduated in 2009. I got my 4-year degree at University of Iowa in communications. Went into a family business. Decided it wasn't for me, and I've always wanted to pursue broadcasting, so what better way than to come here at the Illinois Media School. So at that time it was the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, right? But now the Illinois Media School, and it's the best decision I ever made. And always had a passion for broadcasting, always loved sports radio. That's what I wanted to get into, and life's about risk, and I decided to take a risk and pursue my dream, and got a 10-year career out of it. What sets Illinois Media School apart from other broadcasting schools, whether that be Columbia, Northwestern, some of the ones that have a little bit more accolades, quote unquote, is they learn the theory of broadcasting. Here, we actually do it. The first day that you're here, you're putting your hands onto things. You're getting behind a mic, you're getting behind a camera, you're getting in front of a mic, in front of a camera, you're touching a TriCaster. I mean, from day one, we put you into it because that's the way the business is. We teach you exactly how it is. Whether, once you start interning and once you start getting into the industry, you realize that you have to know how to use the equipment. And that's what we teach here. Within the first week I was here, I was retaining information and learning more than I did in 4 years sometimes, the whole time I was there. So that's what's different here is, plus it's more personal here. Our instructors live the curriculum, and they're proof that it works because that's the reason why they teach it.
The Illinois Media School also provides students a sports emphasis program after completing the core program. With sports being a major part of today's society and broadcasts, it's no wonder the school has implemented this. The partnership with the Windy City Bulls and the Illinois Media School has increased the school's popularity and provided students the opportunity to get hands-on experience by being a part of the production team. Joe DiGiacomo, instructor of the sports emphasis program and director here at the Windy City Bulls, explains why the relationship works so well for the students and the Bulls.
The sports emphasis program at Illinois Media School is top-notch. It is. I wish I would have been able to do it. If I were the student's age right now, I would do it. If I was coming out of high school, even if I was starting a new career, I would be out of the core program and I would jump right into the sports emphasis program. It is hands-on training at its best. It's basically an internship, and you have hands-on of all the equipment, from running cables to setting up cameras to doing the broadcast, all facets of the production side of things, and even the on-air side of things is done here with the Windy City Bulls program. It's through the sports emphasis program. It's money well spent if you're a student looking to enhance your broadcast career or even get into the field. You meet a lot of instructors who are already in the field on the freelance side and at radio stations and TV stations, and for that 6 months that you're in the program, it's basically your last chance to practice. There have been many success stories from the IMS sports emphasis program. There are at least 5 to 10 students that I've had over the last 2 years, 1+ years, that have gone on to be successful in their professional life. It's Julio Roseo, who's part of our broadcast on the Facebook Live side of things. He was in the sports emphasis program, and when he graduated, we told them, don't go too far away, because we have a feeling that position may come back to you, and it did. In June, the Bulls came to us and said, hey, we want somebody to be the face of the broadcast feed, to be a consistent voice on the feed. And we had the perfect suggestion. It was Julio Roseo. He's a natural at play-by-play. He's a natural on the broadcast side. And when the Bulls asked us who we had in mind, we, without a hesitation, we said, Julio Roseo. He's your guy. And he does every game for us.
The opportunity to be a part of the Windy City Bulls wouldn't have been possible if it were not for Pete Ferrari, the regional station manager for the Illinois Media School and executive producer for the Windy City Bulls, was the one that landed the school the contract to be the production team.
Us being a third-party media school, we aren't restricted to that. Yes, we don't have the IMS football team, but we have every team to work with. We don't have an IMS basketball team, but that's where teams like this come into play. So everything's a process. Everything is 1, 2, 3, and then it moves on. So with this situation, it was, well, we did high school sports and high school volleyball, so DePaul gave us a chance to do college volleyball. Next thing you know is we did high school hockey, and then Northwestern University called and said we're interested in having you do college hockey. So now we have 2 NCAA programs under our belt. Then some minor league teams start calling, hey, maybe we could work with you to do minor league football and do minor league baseball. By the time the announcement was made that there was going to be a Windy City Bulls organization, I came out with guns blazing at the team like, here's who we are, here's what we do, here's what we're capable of doing. You should at least give us the opportunity to, throw a presentation in front of you and try to work out something. And so it took months, a lot of proposals, a lot of meetings, but the culmination was us sitting, and I know you had a chance to speak with Brad Seymour, the president, but it culminated in sitting with Brad Seymour at the United Center, in the big boardroom with the table that's the United Center court and all the championship trophies, and we presented and said, here's why the Illinois Media School could be a great partner with your Windy City Bulls organization. If it wasn't, though, for Illinois Tech, Northwestern, DePaul, all their high school, community colleges, Moraine, Morton, Wheaton, other high schools, if that all didn't build up, then we wouldn't have even had an opportunity to sit and meet with them. And one of the final things is when we found out that they were going to be streaming, and it wasn't going to be broadcast on a television station, but the NBA decided that the G League would do a completely streamed format, and at the time was deciding on YouTube or Facebook, and then they decided to go over to Facebook Live. All I did, I remember I took out my cell phone, and I put my cell phone on the table, on this big United Center desk, and I said, that's one of the reasons you should hire us. But next thing you know, we're here, and that's helped us not only with this opportunity, but other opportunities as well.
For a relatively small school, there are certainly big things happening that students can be excited about when attending the school. It seems that the students already in the program feel the same way. It's not only the instructors that are assisting students. Francesca Muller, the Career Services Director at the Illinois Media School, serves as a liaison between employers and the school. She helps students find leads for jobs and internships while preparing them for getting those jobs.
Not only am I working with the current student population, but I'm also working with a number of alumni out in the industry already. Whether it's helping them in their career search for their first position, maybe they're looking for a promotion within their current role, or they're looking to switch jobs completely. So I'm working with students, grads, and then also community outreach, letting the community know that we're here, and then also building relationships with employers. So when you guys do graduate, it makes it a little bit easier for you to find opportunities.
She also has experience with career services with traditional four-year universities and gave some insight as to how it compares to a trade school like IMS.
I actually, I can answer that from experience. I actually went to a traditional four-year university, and I have no idea where the career services department was even located. Never heard from them. I don't even know if it was multiple people in the office. I knew nothing about them. Here at a school like IMS, you're given individualized attention and assistance for something that could be super scary. You know this is what you want to do for your career. You come in and you're given the training and you take advantage of opportunities, but then at the end you're like a deer in headlights. You don't always know where to go or where to start. So somebody in my role, it's nice because I get to help you with that. Help you with developing a resume that you're not used to. Broadcasting is a different type of resume than you're used to. Connecting you with employers, following up on interviews, or helping you look for internships. You name it, you have the support here on campus. Traditional universities, like where I graduated from, I was on my own. You graduated and walked across the stage and you never looked back and you never heard from them again.
Today's secondary education system is very different from years past, with the option of going to specific trade-centric schools being cheaper than traditional universities. More students might be looking to schools like IMS. The hands-on intense program keeps the students engaged rather than spreading information out over 4 years. There are pros and cons to each style of education. These days, it should not be an automatic decision to go to a 4-year university. Secondary education is changing, and so are the students heading into it.